It's not often that a truly groundbreaking new product passes through our doors, but that happened today. This morning, I got one of the very first pairs of the Earin completely wireless earbuds. They're not a Kickstarter anymore. It's not coming soon. You don't have to pre-order them. If you hurry, you can get yourself a set at Best Buy right now for $250. And I recommend you do because these are awesome. The packaging here is really awesome, and it needs to be. You just spent $250. But this is sort of like a compressed cardboard that's been made to feel like wood, and it's got magnetic clasps, so the box really pops on there and pops off. And once you open it, you see you've got each of the earbuds here. This is a carrying case, but it's also a charging case, and then a few accessories there. And it's also notable that the case itself captures the earbuds with magnets. I've deboxed the accessories so you can see what it comes with. There's not much here. We got a couple of sport hooks to help keep them secured in your ears if you're doing something active. We got a little USB charging cable for the charging case, more on that in a second. And then we've got just one pair of these Comply foam tips. Now, if you're not familiar, these sort of compress and then expand in your ear, which is great for noise isolation and for a secure fit as well. It's just that in my experience, they tend to alter the sound quality in an undesirable way. Here's the charging case I was mentioning earlier, and you'll see right at the top we've got a USB charging port. There's a little LED to indicate where it is in its charging status. And then you slide open this drawer, and you'll see we're gonna put the earbuds in here. And not only is it for storage, which is important because I know a lot of people are worried about just losing these things if they were loose in your bag or what have you, but it's also to charge the earbuds. And that's notable because on their own, they last for about 2.5 to 3 hours, but once you stick them in here, you get to double their lifespan. So now we're gonna put these things in here, and you'll notice that with the ear tips on, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze at first, although it can be done. So I just sort of snap them in there, and you'll see the red LED comes on. That means it's already charging. Now when I go to put this guy in, it's even tighter, but fortunately those foam tips can compress a little bit. You'll hear a little bit of a snap. You know you're charging because the light is on. You can just shut that and let it go for a little while, and it's gonna charge your earbuds right up. So the earbuds are inside the case, and now I'm gonna show you how quickly they pair and connect. I'm just gonna slide this open, pull it outside of the case. You'll see Earin is not connected, and in a moment, it is connected. It's that fast. And that's how pairing works too. You take them out of the case, they automatically turn on, you just have to find them and pair with them. Now, the downside of that is anytime they're sitting out of the case, they're on. And that means that they're using up battery. And because it's Bluetooth 3.0, it's not low energy and they may die pretty soon. So it's an important thing to keep your case around so that when you're not using them, you can slide them in here, get them to turn off, and stop using up the battery. All right, now it's time to put them in, and you'll see that we've got an L and an R marking, which is important because we know which ear to stick them in, but also because you want to be facing that L and R as you put them in. The reason being that the drivers are actually angled back for more comfortability. I know I complain about Comply foam tips, but I'll tell you what, they sure are comfortable, and something they do better than anything else is that passive noise isolation. Really cuts down on the noise. Now, for the most important part, how do they sound? You know what? I was prepared to be lenient because this is a first-gen product, but I gotta tell you what, they sound fantastic. Part of that is because it's a balanced armature driver, not the conventional dynamic driver that you get with most earphones. And I thought maybe that was gonna mean they were a little light on the bass, but not at all. There's plenty of bass, not too much, but the mid-range and the treble is crystal clear. There's a lot of detail. The articulation really gets me. It's far better than I expected. Definitely worth the $250, considering that you're talking about like truly wireless earbuds, great sound. It's a slam dunk for me. Earin did a great job. Now, all they have to do is make enough of them.